Boohead on just for now.
Other than that, should I give him the go?
Yeah, in a second. Hold on. Let me just make sure this is set.
Yeah, no, just don't
Okay.
forget to start the timer.
Yeah, the timers will start. Hold on. I'm just trying to make sure that I have Okay. Timers are just about set. Chat out. Commentator's so loud. I'm really loud. I'll take my voice down a little bit. May I ask who's commentating? This is your boy Hippoot, and I'm joined by
A2 Rhombus.
A.
That's me.
A Lamo. Okay, so how does the volume levels sound? Okay, everybody, or?
Yeah, and then that can be corrected as we go.
I
so
suppose,
I think we should.
I guess we could. I guess we're ready to go. All right, we're ready.
We good.
We're ready. Yep. So I'm timing off of live splits time, right?
Or you could just start it when they start on stream. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go
So,
off.
like,
I'm gonna go off the live splits time though, because controlling off of global hotkeys is it's not letting me change my global hotkey thing. So.
All right, cool.
So we're just ready when these guys are. Airshock.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Timers are set. Everything looks pretty good right now. Everything looks primed. Screens look alright. Good luck to the runners.
Alright.
Race will begin in 10 seconds.
Soon. I'll have my multi-twitch up.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so the timers have started for both of them.
Now we wait for stream delay. And they're off.
And Boohead is off.
We've got some delay between the streams, but...
Oh shit, don't worry about the seconds. Hold on, I have to, I'm gonna edit, Fuck, hold on.
Alright.
Shit, it's okay, the timers are still going, do not worry.
Yeah, we're fine. Just technical difficulties.
It's okay, do not worry about it. I'm going to edit this layout.
We're professionals. This is
professional, yep. Okay, so I have a small...
Just, watch these amazing cutscenes that you all have seen a million times.
These are cutscenes that...
Do I
stream too? I do.
Yeah, we do stream, and our streams are just as professional as this one. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This should be a pretty good race. These two racers have PBs that I believe are within a minute of each other, if not close to a minute of each other.
Okay, so the only problem that I have, because I can't change it now, is there's a little diamond of discoloration between this thing because I can't edit the layout of the.
I guess we're fine.
I can't do it right now. I'm sorry. I thought it would be fine, but I made a mistake.
Mistakes were made.
You also have to forgive me. I have never.
We have a first time restreamer here.
Yeah.
We're
okay, here we go.
Technical difficulties. Race is still gonna be good.
Oh, this race is gonna be fire. Don't worry.
So both runners off to a good start. They both get all the doubles so far. So it's safe to assume that despite some discrepancies in stream delay, they're pretty neck and neck right now.
Yeah, I'll refresh around Chauncey cutscene, but
Yeah, I believe that might just be Airshocks.
Yeah, I have a million things going on at once, so I'm just trying to make sure.
Well, actually, I just refreshed Airshock, and now they're perfectly in sync. But you can do that during the
Ooh,
Johnson.
Boo had a bit of an issue with the.
Yeah, he knocked on
yeah.
the coat hanger.
Double dry hump for the the coat hanger.
No, not a coat hanger. Hat
Hat yeah, it was a hat rack.
I don't even know what that thing's called.
I said coat hanger because I felt yeah.
Said coat hanger because I messed up, but it's fine. The
Okay.
thing, that thing, the thing he shook.
The thing, yeah, the thing. Okay, we're editing the layout right now, so I don't have to worry about this. I actually figured it out. It took me a second.
Alright, we good.
So I'm gonna chroma key this real quick. Sorry.
So Airshock off to a little bit of a start, a little bit of a head start on Boohead here, but as we all know, Area 1 really doesn't decide much.
Very true, very true. You know, like in my opinion, people talk about like how people like aren't expecting a race to be as close as it actually is until a certain part. Honestly, like 14 minutes in, and people say that, like it's still literally anyone's game at that point.
Yeah, really anything can happen in Area 3 and 4, especially with the RNG that goes on in Area 3.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, they're both looking pretty in sync to me right now.
Yeah, they're close.
Airshock and Boohead both get Chauncey Ball. And they move on to the cutscene. Alright, now I don't have to worry about this stuff too much. Alright, we're refreshing the page. Okay.
So as usual, really not too much to commentate about this early in the race because it's the same stuff you see every run.
Same stuff you see everyone. What are your predictions for this race?
It's really hard to say. I mean, Airshock does have the better PB by a little over a minute, I believe. If my information on Boohead's PB is correct. And so going purely off of PB, then that would make Airshock the expected winner. But we've seen pretty big upsets in this tournament so far between runners with much higher discrepancies in PBs. So it really could go anyway.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed tenfold. Yeah, like just to show, like just to put out, like Airshock had about 40 to 50 second lead over me in terms of PB when we had our race, and I won by about 14 seconds. And that was at the time when my PB was about an hour and 7 seconds. So, you know, the fact that you're not looking for a perfect run in any of these sort of situations, and just going for, you know, this is the no reset race strats only. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just gotta do your best.
Airshock with a 556, it looks like, Chauncey. And Boohead's gonna finish up as well with his Chauncey. I'm feeling like the stream delay is about it's about 8 seconds. So Boohead had a bit of a slow Chauncey. That was also due to the coat rack, and I think.
Yeah, but ultimately still a close race. I mean, nothing's going to be too far apart between experienced runners in Area 1.
For sure. Thank you for commentating with me, by the way. I appreciate it.
No problem.
I hope everyone in the chat is having an awesome day. Thank you guys for coming out and watching this great race with us. I hope you enjoy. Lukey Moo Moo. See some familiar faces. My boy Matt. Great. I'm just happy I could get this layout all figured out. Honestly, I just wanted to restream because I felt so bad. I have great hair today. Yo, thanks. You have great hair today as well. And ooh, I didn't even realize Airshock low percent.
got those money. I was gonna say money deletion strats.
Money deletion.
Not sure why.
Okay.
Money loss strats in Chauncey.
Yeah. Getting some buffering over on Boohead's side.
Yeah, that seems to be on his end, but
yeah.
He's back.
Now my internet is prime. Don't worry, boys. Maybe
Yeah,
dropping some frames.
He's dropping some frames, but we're good.
Yeah, we're all good. We're all having a good time.
Very good commentators, thank you.
His shit was on par. Well, I mean, you know, it was. I agree, it was probably on par for 550. You know, it was a 556 Chauncey, but low percent still.
Shirt.
Gives him the decimating advantage.
He said shirt.
Oh, his shirt. Oh, his shirt. Oh, my bad.
But yeah, everything was definitely on par or better for these runners in Area 1. While we're on the subject.
Airshock coming up to twirling Werlindas. As well as Boohead. Coming down the hallway, walking fast. Still dropping frames though, unfortunately.
Yeah, hopefully his internet will resolve
Airshock,
that.
this is a double.
That's the worst one to miss.
Yeah, I have Boohead's chance. Looks like he got the first one. Predictions for early release? I say Airshock misses it, Boohead gets it.
We'll see. They're both gonna get it. It's gonna happen. Watch.
Oh, okay, alright, I was wrong. My early release strats? Well, see, Airshock did not do my early release movement strats here, but he still seemed to get it. He was very lucky indeed. Boohead actually misses early release, so I had the exact opposite prediction, but luckily for him...
100% wrong.
Exactly, 100% wrong, but luckily for him, I don't think he missed a double in the room, but I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, so he doesn't lose as much time, but still a little bit of lost time.
And Airshock gets poster skip. My early release strats, basically just timing with the note changes in the song and when you actually step onto the platform. Bit of a meme. Don't tell Blue Hits. Do you know about my early release strats, Rhombus? Did you see the video?
I didn't, but
okay.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, Boohead's stream. Boohead is taking his time collecting the key in the ballroom.
It's alright. It's alright.
Poor guy. Yeah, Boohead's stream froze.
I'll
refresh his page. I wonder. He's probably coming around Boo release right now.
Yeah, I think his internet's doing a frighten right now.
Yeah, his screen is just black on my end. Yeah, his screen is just black on my end, but I know it's not. I know for a fact it's not my fault because Airshock's stream is looking prime right now. So, yo, what's good, HD? Hey, Poots or strats don't work, do they? My strats do work, dude. Oh, here we go. Okay. Looks like okay. All right. I guess we're gonna commentate on Airshock's side for now. Then I'm gonna keep the audio on. Got a 10:01 Boo release. Okay. With early release, you know, he should they work for him. They do. There shouldn't be a kappa there. They work for everybody. You just have to.
Yeah, they work. They always work.
I mean, Rhombus hasn't even seen the video. Airshock with excellent.
Airshock getting
RNG
perfect RNG in the first room.
Manages his boot tech as well. See, if you just tried them, Zircon, then you'd understand the magic.
Yeah, you'd see.
You'd get it. All right. It looks like Boohead is talking to Egad here. Egad's stuttering a bit. Doesn't really know what to say. Airshock again might be great RNG. All right, nice. Really good RNG for Airshock. Exceptional RNG, I should say.
Yeah, Airshock getting nearly perfect RNG in those first 3 rooms.
Oh, Airshock!
He misses the mirror and doesn't notice. Oh no.
A pal no out of bounds tourney.
No, pal out of bounds turning.
Boohead having some trouble with the Boo and Parlor. Definitely not as forgiving as Airshock's RNG. Let's see if he gets Boo Tech. Oh my gosh, he misses Boo Tech. Oh my gosh, Boohead is having he's having a pretty tough time early game here. It's already about 12:22 into their run, and Boohead is only in anteroom right now.
Yeah, it's having a rough time with RNG, but this definitely is still either racer's game.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Airshock just getting pretty good RNG in addition to early release has really helped him out and given him an advantage so far.
What about 1250 for Airshock for his 5 boos?
Mats will be nice.
Or is he that bad? No, it's delayed.
Yeah, there's some stream delay. He is behind a bit, but there's also some internet issues going on.
Boohead's a legend. All right, well, I guess while they're walking, Airshock's walking to the bathroom, I'd just like to have a moment of silence for Boohead86's Boo plushie that he lost at SGDQ this year. Rip in peace.
All right, moment over.
Yeah, that's all we have for that moment, unfortunately. Boohead again struggling with the boxes, not going for double check strats. And Airshock approaching the first grabber ghost and fire room. What is this room actually called? Mirror room?
Yeah, I believe it is called Mirror Room. You know, in the English version.
Will I refresh Boohead? I've refreshed Boohead a couple times. I think it's just his stream just keeps.
Yeah, he's dropping frames, and also it's causing his stream to lag behind a little bit. So
yeah.
The occasional refreshes will help a little bit, but unless his frame drops,
yeah, I'll refresh it one more time. Just because Airshock's coming up on fire here, we can concentrate on this for a second. Looks like a really good RNG again, and it looks like he's setting up the Fire Emblem pretty perfectly here. Sorry about the audio.
Boohead says he's only dropped 27 frames, so I'm not sure what's going on, but there's definitely some kind of internet issue going on.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely not taking priority over Airshock in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it is on Boohead's end. Whatever's going on, it's something to do with his internet.
Yeah,
he says
maybe
he's not
maybe it's not his
frames,
internet.
so.
Maybe it's his capture card.
It could be, but we can only hope that the issue will resolve itself.
Right. But I haven't done anything different to the stream, so it must.
Did he order a new plushie? I am unaware of whether or not he did.
Did he order a new plushie? I actually don't know. I hope he did. Boohead struggling with RNG again in Mirror Room. It's gonna be in the far left.
Yeah, rough RNG. Really rough RNG for Boohead just throughout the entire first part of this run. Boohead, the Boo's movement also giving him some issues. It looked like he lost. Yeah, he did lose the Boo. So he's going to have to come back for that later.
Really, really tough start for Boohead.
Can we get Mario shouts from the commentators?
I don't really want to. My confidence has actually been decimated after I got a what was my score? a 3.1.
You got a 3.7 or something.
Airshock is just having a really, really solid early game right now. Cutscene skip just to show off, and you know it's definitely not incredible, but his RNG has been great.
Yeah, the RNG's been good and general decent gameplay.
No huge mistakes other than Ballroom missing that Shy Guy double, but looks like tough RNG on that side. Oh, I got a 4.1. Thank you, Super. See, Super remembers.
I got a 5.5.
People, no, you didn't. You got like an 8. Oh no, that was Linkus.
That was Linkus. I got a 5.5.
Yeah, whoever that guy is.
Dead center. I'll take it. I'll take it. I didn't try. So
Airshock making a really smart move to scan the mouse hold twice because he got the pixel perfect mistake of it actually not hitting the region.
I don't think it's pixel perfect, but it definitely is. No, it's just it's like the center of the mouse hole.
Oh, rough. The Boo is not there, but he's gonna check anyways.
But yeah, he corrected himself on that.
Boohead stream looking a little bit better.
Yeah, we're getting a little improvement. Still some stuttering, but definitely not frozen.
Boohead did get a 10. Hey, if Boohead loses this race, at least he has something to back it up. He still has a better Mario call than Airshock. Airshock misses a laundry boot tech skip. I mean, like everybody else, he probably should disqualify himself. Boohead manages to get the mouse hole, I think I saw. So, will one of your many regrets always be that 4.1 Mario call? Honestly, yeah. Because that was in like the cringe compilation and like awkward and funny moments, and I couldn't tell if that was a funny moment or an awkward moment. But I was definitely a part of the awkward moment.
Why not both?
Yeah, right. I didn't think it was very awkward. I was really impressed.
The stream stutter is causing his stream to lag behind a little bit, but based on mistakes and RNG that have been made between both runners, I would guess he's somewhere around 20 to 30 seconds behind Airshock.
Boohead is also going to go for safe strats here on this quad, which honestly I don't blame him. And another huge mistake will put him super far back in the lead that he's going to have to hope for a lot of bad things to happen to Airshock in Area 3 and 4. Just a short Mario, maybe later. Maybe when we actually figure out where Mario is in this dumb game. Because we still haven't found him. Whenever Luigi calls Mario... No, I actually don't. It actually gives me solace to know that his brother is actually looking for him.
Yeah.
Even if he calls the same name walking through the hallway for the 40th time in the same playthrough.
The Mario button is the most important button in this game.
Yep. Airshock having a decent melody room. I don't think he got the best RNG, but he has enough fire to clear out kitchen here. And Boohead is making his way to melody right now, so I'd say they're about, I'd say they're about a minute plus behind.
Yeah, I think with the delay, they should be still within a minute.
It is so fast. He's actually playing on emulator. And,
yeah, there you go.
Yep.
It's the emulator is running so fast that you actually can't see the gameplay.
For sure. Airshock with potential great RNG here. Nope. Well, the Boo did move back into that sheet there, so at least he doesn't go all the way over to the other side of it. That's going to be about the same amount of time. You must have a legendary half megabyte upload. Oh my gosh. He's going to say he got a 57. He's doing his best here. He might have great RNG with this piano, it might look like. Oh, he did! Awesome! Just gonna put a little bit more time onto him, because I think his melody was decent as well.
And Boohead says he has not dropped many frames, so it might just be a capture card issue or an OBS issue.
I mean, he says he dropped 20 frames, but like, it also, like, he may just be looking with, like, it might be on the blind side, he might have dropped like 20,000, 2,000 frames.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
Whatever it is, it's at least somewhat watchable.
Airshock coming up on Graveyard here. Awesome RNG for him.
That was a pretty fast double there. Could have been a little bit faster on the reaction with the vacuum, but luckily he didn't lose the double.
Okay, I'm just going to be 2 seconds. I'm sorry, I got called for something.
No problem. I'll cover. IRL strats. IRL commentary strats. So Airshock now in the cutscene for Bogmire. We're gonna hope that both runners get good Bogmires here. Yeah, definitely a decent run on Airshock's side.
I'm sorry about that.
No, all good. All good. So yeah, definitely a decent run on Airshock's side so far. Looking like he's gonna end off Blue Losses just over 22 minutes.
I'd say that's just about a 22-22-01 even.
Yeah, pretty close, pretty close.
I haven't been dropping anything on his side, and I think the timer's about 8 seconds off, so... Yeah. He's having a pretty decent run. Like 22, yeah, 22 flat or something. Boohead just entering graveyard.
Yeah, bit of a sketchy Bogmire, but pulled it off.
Get 4 RNG, so he's gonna go for singles. Oh, nope. Oh, okay, alright, Boohead.
Ooh, the backup, the recovery.
Showing off his IQ. Boohead86.
That was a pretty sick recovery. I don't know if
nice work.
I don't know if I would have been able to rely on the movement of the skeleton there, but
for sure, no, he definitely knew where the one in the upper left was gonna go back to, so he definitely he's definitely fooled around with that before. I definitely wouldn't have been able to do that either.
That was some intelligence.
Even after putting a lot of time in this game. Your IQ's 22 then? Does someone remember the handsome young guy Airshock lost to in round 2? I remember him. I actually know him very well. But alright, solid playthrough. Boohead coming up on Bogmire right now. Looking like a pretty fast one too. Nice one cycle. Definitely control stick only for Boohead. Very forgiving too. Bogmire was going into the wall that whole time, so the resistance in the vacuum was definitely not as hard as it could have been with Airshock. Airshock definitely took it more of a safer route using the C stick in order to keep Bogmire's resistance lower than it should have been to break him off. So maybe a few seconds for Boohead in the Bogmire fight, but come on, Boohead, we gotta pull it together, man.
We can survive, and it seems like the stuttering has calmed down. I'm not gonna jinx anything, but it has calmed down for now.
I mean, you did jinx it, but like, it looks like it's pretty good.
But right now. But like, whatever. Man.
But like, you know, yeah, it's good. It's fine.
Back probably would be a good time to refresh Boohead stream just to make sure we're caught up with his end.
Too. Also, oh, hey, we found Mario.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah, there he is. Found him. Oh shoot! The audio always like automatically turns itself on full blast whenever I refresh the stream. So maybe that happens. Okay, Airshock looking pretty solid right now. Stutter skip.
Got the stumble skip, boys.
Oh, stumble. My bad.
Stumble stutter is the same thing.
Okay, well I call things like stutter skip and stumble skip, and I call like the sheet, like, you know, text skip. People call it text skip. I call it boo-tech.
Boo-tech.
I call it boo-tech. Yeah.
I like that actually.
Yeah, I feel so fancy. Like nobody else calls it that. It's literally just me. But Airshock with a good extinguishing of the door from above.
Hello.
Took me a second to think of that word, actually. There's 4 syllables in that, for those of you who can't count. Looking like pretty solid for ice from Airshock. Nobody else uses my dancer early cycle setup, yeah, because it's a relatively new strat. And it has
newly discovered.
Newly discovered, and it also has yet to be proven to be 100% consistent. But I can assure you that it is. Airshock not gonna vie for boo-tech in this room.
Good spawn on the boo there, definitely was a good location for him.
Great spawn. Just playing it really safe. He's gonna take a 26. What was that? 26.
Something.
26.
26. Something mid.
Yeah, 26, 16, 14. That's like really. It's a really solid time, honestly.
Yeah, going well. Yeah, so no tech skip for Airshock in the T room. Knowing Boohead, I don't think he's going to go for it either. But who knows? Maybe we'll be impressed.
Who knows?
I would definitely be impressed to see it because I don't think I've ever seen him do it before. Not many people I've seen do it before.
I mean, I just see Michael do it, and that's kind of when I try to do it. But I've lost the last 3 runs I've done to that little trick. So, Airshock with did he get all 3? Oh no, he didn't. He lost the one over here. Oh gosh, the ball's on the run. And the speedy spirit's loose. And Boohead's finishing up ice.
That was rough.
Yeah, it was a few seconds, but he's definitely still got a significant lead over Boohead, so I don't think he has much to worry about.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, usually people will grab that ball first to shoot at Nana, because if you don't grab it first, it'll tend to run away. All three of Nana's yarn balls have different AI, I guess you could say, and will go in different places. So usually we'll get that one first, because otherwise it'll escape.
Boohead had some unfortunate RNG in the ice room, but he managed to get the Boo anyways.
Was it on the left?
Yeah, it was all the way on the left, and he vied for using the vacuum instead of actually knocking on it, because he wanted to stay on top of the table for whatever reason. Probably so he could grab ice easier, but I don't think he knew that if the Boo is there, then it's a really, really high chance they'll actually get stuck behind the chest. So he actually had to suck it up from over there anyway, so staying on the table would have proven to be useless.
Yeah, well, luckily the Boo didn't escape.
A solid Petunia to Airshock in Astral Hall. Coming up and cleaning up these doubles. Ghost busting. See if he goes for the triple here. Oh, ooh, okay. I see you.
An interesting setup.
All
I've
right.
never seen that setup before.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's faster or not.
I think it is because oh, I mean it might be. I'm not sure.
It seems like it would either be faster or the same. I can't imagine.
I'd like to think
slower.
it is, because I think people just use fire on that grabber ghost to keep him in place so he doesn't like. But he angled it pretty professionally so that the grabber ghost didn't move from behind the topmost candlestick. So I didn't see the RNG that Boohead got on Nana's. Did you?
I did not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, all right. Listen, Zircon, we know you're a god at this game. You don't have to rub it in, man.
That's the setup that you use. I'm sorry, I don't watch your streams, bro. Who are you?
Jokes. Roasting their fellow streamers.
Boohead missed a candle in Astral Hall. Sad day. Airshock setting up for this. He's got it. Nice.
Nice. Took a little bit of extra time on that setup, proved to be worth it, luckily.
Also, I forgot to mention that Airshock had some pretty, oh my gosh, Boohead with this, oh my god, wow.
That was a pretty close double.
That was so close. He almost got hit by the spear. He almost got impaled and beaten up at the same room. But Airshock with the first try moonshot took his time to set it up. Let's see how fast Boohead's gonna do it in the next part. But I think Boohead's gonna go for, Boohead's just gonna go for the double in this room. Safe strats.
Yep, safe strats. Definitely not too big of a time loss. It's barely a time loss at all.
Boohead is also struggling with the RNG in this room, like Airshock did. I forgot to mention, but definitely not as slow. Would have been really nice for him if he had actually found that Boo a little earlier, but that's totally fine. At least he got it, you know?
Yep. So now we'll see how Airshock can handle Projector Room. The double and triple in that room usually proving not to be too big of an issue for most experienced runners, but you really never know.
For sure.
Still remember the first time I ever decided to try the triple in Projector Room. I had watched Sarkrai do it. Shoutouts to Sarkrai, he's a cool guy. I'd watched him do it, and then I was doing a run, and it was actually a good run, so I probably shouldn't have risked it, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna try that thing I saw Sarkrai do, and it worked. And I was very impressed with myself.
So Boohead actually got first try moonshot, definitely set it up faster than Airshock, so these runners definitely have their strengths and weaknesses. I think Boohead honestly just had a pretty unfortunate, oh my gosh.
Boohead having, that's some rough RNG on Airshock's side. The Boo moving out of the projector.
Yeah, I think it was just the makeup from all the great RNG he had in Area 1 and Area 2. Let's come back to bite him in the butt. Also, what's up, Robotnik? Were people playing Mario Kart and commentating sometimes? Was that a thing? Rhombus?
I'm unaware of this.
But yeah, no, I'm not playing Mario. I have Super Metroid booted up on a TV next to me, but it's off right now. That's about it. Michael was nice.
Not surprised.
Nice. Yeah,
Michael,
I would have loved to have beaten him in my round. He's treating everything like a joke. Airshock again with awful RNG. He's in the lamp.
Oh no.
He actually advised to use the vacuum to knock on it. Another thing I've noticed with Boohead, he's actually not using element burst to skip the vacuum animation, so that's definitely not as optimal as it should be. I think Boohead also missed the triple in this room. Actually, no, he got it. He hasn't gotten the triple yet. He just had a weird setup for the double. Wasn't paying attention. Airshock with clean twins. And Boohead with the clean triple. You get a stern talk from GC, really.
Boohead getting much better RNG in this room. I think Airshock could have had a better experience with his RNG in Projector Room if he had a better read, but
Airshock with the absolute worst RNG in Twins Room as well.
Oh boy.
But yeah, oh sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Reading Projector Room can sometimes just be tricky, just because to attempt a bit of time save, a lot of runners seem to assume that the Boo won't be in the projector.
Oh my gosh, Airshock! Oh. Airshock gets bopped! Airshock gets bopped by Red Twin, and he better hope that he gets this Red Twin quick. Oh, thank goodness gracious. That was really close. He must have been 3 or 4 health off from actually getting bopped by Blue Twin as well after that.
Yeah.
That would have been a huge. Boohead got great RNG in Nigel's room, by the way. Not Nigel, sorry, Neville. I think Airshock also.
Boohead having some opportunity to catch up here. He definitely has, based on what it looks like, he seems to have made up a little bit of time from RNG and some other small optimizations. So it's seeming like it's really going to come down to Area 4.
Yeah, he looks like Nigel Thornberry.
Yeah.
Airshock also not vying for... He might have just missed it, the element burst for skipping the vacuum animation, but...
Yeah, maybe. Getting a good read on that room going for the dresser on the right, but unfortunately the decoy was in there. Fortunately, no crit boo for Airshock. Boohead grabbing the Speedy Spirit.
Speedy Spirit strats, I used to do that. And he's not going to get bopped by the red plane, or red twin, my mistake. So, the Speedy Spirit might have saved him there, actually. His movement might have been askew if he went all the way down to the lower left corner first.
Yeah.
That's the new strat.
Good tech skip from Airshock.
Where was the boo in the wardrobe?
I
think so, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I think it did, I didn't notice though. We're only human. We can't look at two things at once.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So we got about a 35-37 entry into Fortune Teller for Airshock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So fortunately, we can now pay attention to Boohead's stream exclusively for a little bit, assuming Airshock doesn't somehow monumentally mess up Clairvoyant during the mashing.
For sure. Boohead, nice RNG also in the little dresser.
Good
there.
RNG. He's definitely getting.
Oh my gosh! Did you see that? I think the boo must have cackled a million times because it started.
Yeah, it almost escaped,
maybe.
but
I think maybe I don't know.
I think he had a handle on it, but it did get.
Yeah, it looked like it got pretty close. That might have just been my mistake. I thought he had tried doing an R pump and it just didn't work out for him. But
Boohead not getting the best RNG in the bedroom, but he did definitely get better overall RNG in Area 3 than Airshock, so made up some time there. And we're going to have to see what Area 4 does. Yeah, true, Robotnik, but that's not a
huge underlying factor, but... So Boohead is definitely about a minute and 20-ish seconds behind Airshock here. Airshock's finishing up.
Maybe like a minute.
I mean, Airshock's finishing up Clairvoyant.
Oh, yeah, he is on the last. So it is almost exactly...
Boohead's starting up.
Oh, boy.
And Looks like he's starting to... Nope.
Oh, there was a little stutter, but we're back.
I thought he was stuttering a bit. I was like, oh, and it's begun. Airshock with...
A little bit of stutters, but not as bad. Still doing okay.
Solid stuff. Excuse me.
Hopefully, Airshock doesn't forget about ice.
I was honestly just thinking that. I said, well, wouldn't that be something? Oh my god!
What did we?
Oh my
god!
Oh my lord! Oh my god!
How?
Boohead.
How does something like that happen?
Boohead, go! Boohead!
How does something like that happen?
Shane! This is Shane's race right now!
What
oh my god,
happened?
he's still going! He's still going! Oh no, there he goes.
He just realized.
Oh my god, he big. Oh my god!
What just happened?
This is crazy! That's Boohead's thing. If Boohead forgets it, oh lord.
I don't understand.
Not the other people.
I don't. How is it the one time I ever mentioned that?
That's like a 24. How much of a time loss is that? That must be at least 20+ seconds of time loss.
That's a lot. That's 20-30 seconds there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I need to see an exorcist or something.
Oh my god. I was thinking that. I told you. I said I was thinking the same thing. Oh my gosh, Boohead, what are you doing? Boohead, honestly, with the element bursts, definitely costing him so much time, just taking out the vacuum all the time.
Oh, I need to. I'm a little freaked out, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, and Boohead lost to Boo. I forgot earlier, so he has to go back in here anyway. So it actually wasn't too big a deal that that Boo escaped into. Oh,
yeah, I forgot about that. Wow.
Yeah, so ultimately missing
Airshock.
ice. Oh, missing the double, that's rough.
But
he did avoid getting bopped though.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
wow.
Banana peel too. Just Area 3, the end of Area 3 here, just rough for both runners right now.
A lot is going wrong for Airshock that he just does not want to be happening right now, for sure. Because both these runners just don't know where each other are. But I think Boohead definitely. I
think he made up a little bit of time.
He might have made up a little bit.
But it's honestly both of the situations right there cost pretty large amounts of times for both runners.
Both runners.
But I just cannot believe that, that I completely called that. I just was like, I'm just gonna, like, while he's walking up here, I'm gonna just mention the ice, just because why not? And it just happened.
Boohead misses the element skip for the Blue Basher.
Note to future commentators, don't talk about ice. Don't talk about the ice. Just don't. Yeah. Especially not for my run, please. Thanks.
Oh, you're racing GC, right?
I am racing GC.
When is your match scheduled?
We haven't scheduled it yet, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be good.
For sure.
But yeah, don't talk about it.
Living up to your name of choking in races, A.
It's fine. It's fine. You're good.
Boohead was taking his time.
Oh, dude. He listened when I said it. It reminded him. Just saving him a little bit of time there.
Yeah, it's okay. It was only probably honestly 7 or 8 seconds because he was already almost at Safari Room and we would have realized.
Robotnik, I think that's almost that pun is almost a bannable offense.
Airshock, I haven't seen this before.
Airshock going for the task strat, I see. Or just that's not the task strat. He's just going pretty far down there. I've never seen that before. Seems like it might be working out. Oh no, out of bounds. They went out of bounds though.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, I said it's almost a bannable offense.
It's a bannable offense for the pun because it was so bad. Actually, personally, I liked it, but
honestly, it wasn't that bad a pun.
You can't tempt Josh with these bad ice puns. But at least we could be making ice puns all run about it, honestly. So Airshock went from being about, I think that's 10 seconds behind from entering Fortune Teller to about 1 minute and 22 seconds behind. So
yeah, plus 19 to plus 122.
Exactly, going 19. Sorry, I can't see it.
Missing ice, and then struggling in
a really tough Safari Room.
Tough Safari, Missing Ice, Tough Safari Room, and a
Boohead.
2-cycle Bolas is just really not giving him a good time. Boohead bonking on a Boo, hopefully that doesn't cause too much of an issue for him.
Boohead didn't Ice Shock. Boohead didn't get a...
Oh, he didn't get Ice. I guess, was the Ice spawn weird? I didn't notice.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no, it wasn't out of bounds, he just didn't go for it, which was a really...
No. Oh no.
I was really, I'm honestly really kerfuddled.
I feel bad. This is not the kind of
I think the correct thing to do here would
gameplay
be,
I think anybody can expect.
Right, the correct thing to do here I think would be go all the way back to the other side of the arena to gather up the boos again, but...
Yeah, I think with this many boos that might be a valid option. He did get quite a few of them there, so now he only has 3, so these should be much easier to manage.
The ice element was definitely not out of bounds though, however, so a Boohead just making a weird mistake in terms of actually not grabbing it. Boohead is bad, don't say that.
I think the real issue here is that Luigi's Mansion is not a game that anyone should speedrun.
Right. So with that, thank you all for watching, and
yeah, that's the end of the stream.
That's the end of the stream. Hip Hop is good. You know what else is good? If you could spell my name right.
Ooh.
That would be good.
We're having a good time.
With 2 thumbs up, Airshock's heading back to roof with some great walking. Just definitely shows the boundaries and the... Oh, Andy Milanakis just went live. Sorry, that was what the little white overlay thing has there. Just the walking in the hallway definitely shows the gap between skill levels of both of these players. Airshock's gonna go for the frame perfect flashlight tech here to not get scared on the roof, but I bet he's gonna miss it.
We're gonna sorry.
I forgot the ice. That's my fault. I didn't mute you. Yeah, that's okay. We'll mute ourselves so that we don't give you any more hints for when you forget.
Yeah, we'll just stop commentating.
We'll let you guys just enjoy this race. Oh, okay, he got it. All right.
Nice, nice.
I lost faith in Airshock, but I still have faith in my boy Shane.
The faith must be restored. Can Grimly restore the faith? Let's see.
I mean, it's definitely not gonna be too much. Next thing I'm gonna discover is how manipulatable.
Instagram can save this run.
Next thing I'm going to next thing I'm gonna discover after early release is Grimly manipulation.
Yeah, there we go.
But not really. Yo, what's good, Lefty? Welcome. We actually have decent commentators too. Thank you.
Hey, man.
No, there's definitely a comeback. Boohead, I mean,
possible
comeback. It's gonna be very difficult for Boohead, and Airshock's gonna need to make a lot of mistakes. But honestly, after playing his Area 3 the way he did, I think it's very possible.
You never know.
Yeah.
And obviously with the boos in Area 4, there's potential to lose a bunch of time.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not an avid watcher of Airshock, so I don't know how good his Area 4 game is, but judging on our tournament race, it might have just been a bit of a flop. So I honestly can't put in my opinion about either runner's skill level in Area 4.
Yeah, so we'll just have to see what happens.
I think Boohead's just having a bad run right now, but don't we all have bad runs? Now what I'd really like to see Airshock go for here is Breaker Room Boo.
What a letdown.
Not gonna lie, I'm disappointed. Airshock's going for the double.
Going for the double.
Oh!
Oh, he doesn't get it, but he doesn't get punched, so there's a recovery.
Also, the purple puncher down to the left that he got for the first appearance in this room can actually despawn if it's not if its attack isn't activated. Yeah, you're soft if you don't get Breaker Room Boo. Boohead will go for it.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows the new route.
You know, I just don't.
I'm sorry.
Please.
I love. Oh my God, Boohead's getting bullied by Uncle Grimly, and he's not even moving. But I think he got a pretty similar release
Yeah,
time to
similar
Airshock.
this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just really don't know why people don't go for Breaker Boo. I mean, it's just like it's a decent time save, and it's just like it's so easy. I don't.
So easy. You get about 10 to 15 seconds to activate a Purple Puncher's attack. Well,
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, if you don't like, if you don't activate it, then it'll despawn. But after it attacks, then you know. So is that like the strat? You get it to attack first, and then.
I'm not sure. I've never learned the double. I'm slacking on my
Yeah, I got it
in
once.
this game.
I got it once. Then every other run after that, I've been making a mistake. So.
I mean, you're talking to the guy. You're talking to the guy who did. Yeah, you're talking to the guy who did old route for about 5 months after new route was discovered. So
Right.
I'm not one to keep up with my tech.
I think I did old route for a while too. But you know, now I have a 59.
Hey,
Now it's your turn, dude.
I'm next. It's gonna happen.
I think you're next.
It's gonna happen. I'm gonna get a 58 in my next tournament race.
Dude, honestly, go for it. Both of
If I somehow not only beat GC.
Airshock with a double.
Ooh, the double.
All right, and he's in the corner. Looks like he's gonna be able to get this.
Ooh, maybe.
He's got it. Oh, I lied.
Oh, that was rough. Yeah, if I somehow manage to beat GC and beat his PB, I will be dumbfounded. If I can...
Easy shit by Lukey, yeah, okay.
If I get a 58 in my next tournament race, I will personally put $1 into the prize pot.
Yeah, Lukey, actually, if you want to boot up your stream right now and say a file of you at Clockwork, I'll gladly put you in front of Airshock right now so you can display exactly how Clockwork double is supposed to be done properly. I'm sure the viewers would like to see that. It's actually a very neat trick. And Airshock's just gonna go for Bosch and Burn. I can agree with this choice. I'd probably make this choice myself, just seeing how as many mistakes as I've made.
Yeah, just deciding to burn them.
Yeah. Honestly, not too big of a time loss as well. And you know, Boohead's so far behind that it's honestly minuscule. And
yeah, might as well take the safe route in that case.
You have a consistent strat. Yeah, I have a consistent strat for early release, dude. You should go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/therealhapoot. The video is called Early Release is Consistent.
youtube.com/iyourpie/subscribe. Follow for Minecraft videos.
Boohead is coming up on Clockwork himself. I doubt he will go for a double, but if he does, then I'll probably pop off. And you all will witness that, so when you see him set up for the double, make sure to turn your headset down.
Like he might have...
The green one is nowhere to be found, he's just going for, he's just going for singles. But if he gets close to the... Oh my gosh, and he got bopped by the green one!
Oh no!
Punished for not going for the double!
Unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunately, that green one right there was HD Lax BM. It's an accurate representation of HD Lax.
Airshock getting a solid triple in Armory.
Good stuff. Let's see if Boohead does new Armory strats. I'd like to see that. Boohead is also... Oh, Boohead is going for damageless Bosch and Burn. We did not see this from Airshock side. Let's see if he actually gets it. Looks like he does. Good job by Boohead.
That looked good. Yep, he definitely got it.
So how many? I think that saves like... How many seconds does that save over?
I'm unaware. I mean, there's been...
I think it's only like 2 or 3. It's honestly not that much. But way too long for that ghost.
Way too long. But yeah, there's been some controversy over what's actually faster on the roof. I've heard the most recent thing I've heard is that damageless is fast, but I'm not sure exactly how much time it saves.
Luke, you've seen the YouTube video? Coincidentally, it worked every time. It's no coincidence, young Padawan. But yeah, Boohead with the it was a solid Boston burn, but it was honestly negated out because he missed that puncher.
Yeah.
But I want to see if he does new armory strats here. The air shocks in the sewers. Nice, really solid scare skip too. I think I've seen that only maybe once before. I should probably do that.
Let's see here if he goes for it. It looks like he's trying for it.
Oh my gosh, Boohead!
Sketchy.
Oh, Boohead
Sketchy.
That's alright, he's gonna clean this up, I can tell. He'll get a double right here. Nope. Oh, okay.
Ooh, that was a sick double.
Nice, yeah.
Not gonna lie, sick backup double. No time.
I think he actually
made up there, but
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but he actually used his invincibility frames to stop the purple puncher from actually moving farther to the right. And he also used.
I feel like it might have been intentional, but that's not something very easy to do. So
yeah. And I also used the other boundary of the armory, the armor statue for that as well.
Not getting the ghost to chase him here.
Yeah, he was. I can't tell if he's stuttered or not.
I think we have some double cackles an issue. Yeah. Hopefully he can manipulate him to go into the hallway and not up. Ooh, actually close. Less double cackles than I thought there was, but he did go into the hallway, fortunately.
I knew there was only one because he got him at a pretty good angle coming down. So, Airshock, I think, had a 1 cycle Weston. That was pretty good.
Yep. That Weston Boo is looking good from the start, so we're just going to have to hope he keeps that up.
Yeah, honestly, the problem with Weston Boo for a lot of runners, and myself included, is that you either double cackles in the beginning, and like sometimes it's either your fault or most of the time honestly not your fault. It just depends on how the angle you start him at. Just because the room itself with the physics and ice, fantastic by the way they programmed it. But like, I just wanted to comment on the developing note there. But it's just he can double cackle right in the beginning because of how far away you are or just the angle you start. But if he double cackles while you're actually getting him, then that's just a mistiming with your R pumps, or you let him go too far.
I think in very rare circumstances he can go too high, but his height doesn't matter nearly as much as a lot of other boos.
Yeah.
For him, it's just if you mistime an R pump, you're gonna have a bad time.
Boohead finally changing back to standard mode. He's been in sidestep, I think, since Grimly. He didn't change. And Airshock's had a 55 Van Gore.
And apparently, potential for gold split from Airshock on his Van Gore split here. So we'll have to.
Yeah, he didn't really make it. He didn't really make any mistakes in the last.
So we'll have to see how his Van Gore plays out. It's looking like a pretty done deal on this race, but I mean, I never know what's going to happen. I'm not going to call it. But the separation in times right now, it's looking pretty likely that Airshock's going to win. Boohead had some rough RNG at the start that I think might have put him off a little bit, and then just some really rough mistakes throughout the run. Even despite the mistakes Airshock made, just really, I'm not really thinking either runner is very satisfied with the runs they got.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like Airshock was pretty satisfied with his early game, but other than that, there was just a lot of huge upsets here, and obviously, forgetting ice is so debilitating because that's just like a route.
Yeah.
And Boohead is getting some double cackles in Western Rim. But it looks like he's gonna go out in the hall. Oh, I spoke. Yep. Okay. Do it. Oh. Yeah. All right. There you go. I was like, he was going up, and then he went to the right, and then he almost came back into the room. So I just trying to figure out what he's doing. But it looks like he's having a good time.
But yeah, I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on the way you look at it, based on Airshock's splits on history, which you guys can't see. It's seeming like with the time losses and time saves he had, other than missing ice, I'm not sure if he would have had potential for PB even if he got ice. So maybe that's a little bit of peace of mind for him, but still doesn't make missing ice any better.
Solid first cycle with Airshock. Probably not as low as he wanted it to be, but he could probably manage if he gets a good angle on this. Oh, looks like he's gonna go.
Oh, that looks pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, at least for me personally, I would be comforted by the fact that at least a big mistake like that was not the complete end of the run.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna refresh both of the streams real quick, just because Airshock's gonna be doing some walking as well as a save reset, and Boohead's still heading up to Van Gore. So we'll get some reduced stream delay coming up in the final parts of this race. Airshock with a lot of mistakes, but not quite as many as Boohead.
Yeah, and just heading now to Bowser, looking like it's going to be a high 1 hour or low 101.
What was my time versus Airshock? I think it was like a 1 hour and 12 seconds versus 1 hour and 25 seconds. Or wow, 26. Yeah, it was about 14 seconds, but I think the closest race we had was pretty recently between Switchmaster and whoever he was versing. I think their time difference was less than 10 seconds. So that was a really nice race to watch. Switchmaster, I think Switchmaster won.
Can we get a fact check on that?
Shoutouts to Switchmaster. Do they have the times recorded on Challenge?
I don't believe the times are recorded, but definitely who won is recorded.
Challenge. Boohead with getting the 3-man grabber ghost, something that Airshock did not. Display of skill from him there. Pretty quick too. What's up, Bobby? There have been a lot of close matches. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we have a larger amount of mid to top tier runners in this tournament compared to last year. So a lot more runners with times that are pretty close to each other, ending up with pretty close races. And we can only expect more close races in the coming weeks as we move closer to winners semifinals. Not sure how many more rounds to that, 1 or 2, and also as the losers bracket continues through until we get to losers finals. And then, long in the future, we'll finally see the finale of this tournament and see who wins. So Airshock not getting a very good first cycle. The smart thing to do here would obviously be to go for a fast 3 because he got him to 280, and I'm pretty sure that's not even possible.
You know what the highest cycle is, right? I forget.
I believe the highest that's ever been done, it was either 272 by V-Man or 276 by Jared. I don't know why those numbers specifically fit with those names come to mind, but they do. I know V-Man and Jared both have have gotten really high amounts of HP off of King Boo, but I'm not sure which one has
finishing
higher.
with a 101.17 on my side and a SRL time of a 101.08.
So, not the worst time. Definitely a run that I think he could have been happier with. But I think he'll be satisfied with the win, and hopefully we'll have a better run in the next round when he faces off against... Give me one moment here while I look.
I totally don't know why... if I restart this, 101.17. Okay, cool.
He will.
I accidentally, for some reason, I turned off global hotkeys for one of them, but they both stopped. So I'm just gonna restart Boohead's timer. So he's actually on an insane world record pace right now.
There you go. Yeah. So Airshock will move on to face off against either Monado Purge or Master Bobby.
Yeah, split down to the millisecond. Really close race. We're gonna have to go.
Boohead wins.
We're gonna have to go back into the VOD for that one.
It's fine though. We know Airshock won, and we'll be able to get Boohead's SRL time for an actual final time.
I'd like to make this the. Yeah, Boohead actually gave Airshock a 1 hour lead.
There you go. Yeah, he just gave him a head start, and then just did his tech and got here pretty fast.
Yeah,
fighting since round 1 of the losers bracket. Let's see how far you can get. Definitely.
How far will you go? Hopefully you and I have a rematch in the losers bracket, dude.
It would definitely. I think, honestly,
I want to smash GC. And I don't know how close our race would be. Maybe like, GC's and I might be closer,
okay.
But
in looking at the bracket, for you guys to have a losers bracket rematch, you'd low-key have to get to losers finals.
It's gonna happen. You have to fight Snap if you win next round.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
You're gonna do it. It's gonna work.
You asked how far you'll go, and I think the answer is clear.
You never know.
That was the rhetorical question. You knew the answer all along.
Yeah, it's not the best feeling when you're pretty confident in the fact that a race is going to be your last one in the tournament, but you really never know. So I would never be 100%.
I think Snap will only DQ if. All right, 2 minutes and 9 seconds for Boohead.
There you go.
A new SRL PB. So actually, Boohead86 actually finished in 2nd place with 1 hour and 4 minutes and 6 seconds. So their difference was about 2 minutes, or yeah, it was about 2 minutes and 58 seconds.
And there you have it, boys.
There you have it. There's Boohead.
That's my swan song.
That's his swan song. You heard it here first, folks. That's his swan song. The biggest meme on the internet. All right, well, solid run from Boohead and Airshock. Well, solid race, I should say. Airshock and Boohead. Unfortunately, Boohead did have a lot of slip-ups in that race. But, you know, it happens to everybody, and it was definitely entertaining to commentate as well as view, for sure. And I definitely had a great time commentating with you, A2 Rhombus. If I'm correct, you have to actually get going out now.
I don't have to get going, but I don't have time to commentate the next race.
I don't really want to.
No, I gotta eat some food and do some other stuff.
No,
so I wish you luck with commentating on the next race, which is coming up right after this.
Yeah,
right?
If you guys want to watch another race and listen to my soothing voice for another about hour and 5 minutes, we have another race between. I'm actually trying to figure that out right now. Do you know who's
there
right now?
was something Master Bobby.
Oh, Master Bobby, that's right.
Oh, so we're going to get to find out who goes against Airshock in this next race.
Oh,
so
yeah, for sure.
That should prove interesting.
This will prove who beats Airshock. All right, Bobby, I
guess.
Could you change the title for me? Nick and HD are after you and Monado. But I'm sure somebody else is commentating.
Yeah, I don't know if we have anyone else to commentate that one, but hopefully.
So you and Monado, are you going right now? Are you racing right now?
Yeah, he is. I believe he is.
Okay. All right, let me set you up. Let me set you up, fam. Master Bobby.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head out. This was a good race.
For sure.
And I mean, I say it's a good race. I say every race is a good race. This was actually a pretty rough race, but definitely fun to commentate. And I wish the runners of the next race luck. I'm out. See you later.
All right. See you, buddy.